The SEC's Binance complaint also seeks emergency relief, like an asset freeze, expedited discovery, and even the appointment of a receiver. Are there more pleadings coming? Because if you do this, that's the end of Binance.
I don't know how many times you need to be slapped in the face to wake up.
By April of next year. And that is a lot of testing for us in the US community coming up in the second half of this year. And then obviously getting ready for the migration of next year. And then
there's been a lot of folks we talked to in the industry who are clamoring for the Congress to move. And Congress does move very, very slowly. As we're seeing though with the courts, they move just as slowly, if not even slower sometimes.
They can solve a problem. They can deliver a customer need. I have said publicly before that I think 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero.
We're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Regs in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Stuffing some bags. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.16 trillion, down about 0.5% in the past 24 hours. BTC's dominance right around 44.1%. XRP in that number 6 spot right around 51.5 cents, up about 2.1% in the past 24 hours. Stellar right around 89 cents. BTC 26,363. ETH right around 19 hundo. We got Flare Networks in the number 107 spot right around 2 cents. Songbird 005. And taking a look at some of the XRPL tokens here, we got BPM 002, XLIST 001, Expector at a nickel, ELS 002, EQ 0.03, and we got Casino Coin 0.0012. We got Big Brad Garland House. The shakeout continues. If it wasn't already clear, it should be now. Chair Gensler's laughable pro-innovation stance, as he said today, is exactly the opposite. What this also tells me is the SEC is throwing lawsuits at the wall and hoping that they distract from the agency's FTX debacle. It's embarrassing to watch an unelected bureaucrat flail like this to mask the fact that he and his agency don't have the power that he so desperately craves. No one is fooled. We got the evidence during the swamp. Free the standard. Stuart Alderati says the allegation in these suits are just that, unproved. The SEC, despite what Chair Gensler pretends, does not have a magic regulatory wand that it can just wave and say tokens are securities. Looking forward to how the courts and the Congress take this. We got the evidence. Get the jumpsuits. Get those jail cells ready. James K. Fallon. Breaking news. The SEC has sued Coinbase. Is this the final collapse? U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions today charged Coinbase Inc., operating this crypto asset trading platform as an unregistered national security exchange, broker, and clearing agency, and for failing to register the offer and sale of its cryptocurrency asset staking as a service program. SEC versus Coinbase. Jeremy Hogan says a lawsuit the head of the SEC stated back in 2021 it did not have authority to bring. I wonder what changed. Tim R. 614. Fire. Gary Gensler.
We'll take them one by one. Which is more important in your view?
You're leading this interview. I'm going to follow you where you are. But let me just say this to the investing public. These trading platforms, they call themselves exchanges, are commingling a number of functions, which in traditional finance, we don't see the New York Stock Exchange also operating a hedge fund, making markets, and as we alleged in Binance, having a sister organization, flooding the platform with transactions called wash trading, and the lack of controls on the platforms. It is really a web of deception and conflicts, along with a control person, Mr. Zhao, trying to evade U.S. law.
And given the timeline we're talking about, what do you say to viewers who wonder why enforcement has taken arguably at least several years, so long?
Look, it takes time. We do things by the book. That's what the American public would want us to do. We follow the facts and the law. And I couldn't be more proud of the investigative teams at the SEC working together with colleagues in our various divisions of trading and markets, our general counsel's office, 5 commissioners. But it really, it's a lot of, a gumshoe, walk in the beat, investigation to build a case like what you've seen alleged in a 136-page complaint?
Mr. Chairman, a lot of it is hard to understand. For instance, in the Binance complaint, you say, Mr. Chairman, I need to know this. The SEC's Binance complaint also seeks emergency relief, like an asset freeze, expedited discovery, and even the appointment of a receiver. Are there more pleadings coming? Because if you do this, that's the end of Binance.
Look, we have concerns, and I think the investing public should be aware of putting their hard-earned assets onto these platforms. But we have concerns when a platform like this puts themselves out to the public, is consciously trying to evade U.S. law and customer funds. You didn't even know who was custodying them. Was it custodied here in the U.S. on the U.S. platform? Was it custodied overseas? Or were some of your funds in crypto possibly moved to affiliates? There are a number of affiliates named in this called Merit Peak and Sigma Chain. It's fundamentally a lack of controls, deception, conflicts. And yes, we're going to do that which we can in front of the courts and make, to the extent we can, the facts known and the public protected.
Looks like we're headed for a final collapse. More exchanges being sued, crypto wallets being compromised. Something's going on here. We might be closer than we've ever been. Gary says that the U.S. doesn't need more digital currencies because it has the dollar. Brian Armstrong says regarding the SEC complaint against us today, we're proud to represent the industry in court to finally get some clarity around crypto rules. Number one, the SEC reviewed our business and allowed us to become a public company in 2021. Number two, there is no path to come in and register. We tried repeatedly. Number three, the SEC and the CFTC have made conflicting statements and don't even agree on what is a security and what is a commodity. Four, this is why the U.S. Congress is introducing new legislation to fix the situation, and the rest of the world is moving to put clear rules into place to support this technology. Instead of publishing a clear rule book, the SEC has taken a regulation by enforcement approach that is harming America. So if we need to avail ourselves of the courts to get clarity, so be it. By the way, in the case, it's not obvious. The Coinbase suit is very different from the others out there. The complaint filed against us is exclusively focused on what is or what is not a security, and we're confident in our facts and the law. We'll get the job done. In the meantime, let's all keep moving forward and building as an industry. America will get this right in the end. And if you want to keep on moving forward and building as an industry, go ahead and relist XRP. Meanwhile, traders have withdrawn some $1 billion of digital assets from Binance on Monday, resulting in $503 million in net outflows, on track to be the largest daily outflow since March banking crisis, data compiled by 21 Shares. The shakeout continues. Mr. Intuitive, how many times does one need to be slapped in the face to realize there has been an ongoing silent campaign to give ETH a monopoly?
What's up, fam? When are these children in the crypto space going to realize that the dark forces have been trying to create a monopoly for Ethereum? They didn't believe us in the Ripple case, and now the light is shining. All the coins are getting attacked, except for Ethereum. I don't know how many times you need to be slapped in the face to wake up.
XRP Labs, a firm specializing in creating applications and services tailored to the XRP Ledger, has announced the successful completion of extensive security audit for the Hooks Amendment. This significant milestone signifies the imminent arrival of Hooks, which will introduce an innovative XRPL sidechain that leverages XRP as a native asset. Hooks Amendment has passed its comprehensive security audit, marking a significant milestone in our journey towards integrating Hooks into the XRP Ledger. And meanwhile, Ripple continues to be at the center. All roads lead to the bridge. Ripple officially confirmed sponsorship of Money 2020 Europe, featuring 8,000 plus guests. SEC who? Meanwhile, Medico, Ripple acquisition, Medico and GFTEN today announced their strategic partnership, offering institutional digital asset custody and tokenization solutions, allowing companies to embed digital assets into their operations. SEC who? And if you didn't know, Medico makes technology which allows financial institutions to store and manage digital assets. Clients include Citi, BNP, and Associate General's digital asset arm. U.S. crypto firm has bought Switzerland-based company Medico for $250 million. BTC who? ETH who? 2023 looms as a big year for ISO 20022, according to Wells Fargo.
We're talking about ISO 2022, and clearly it's right on the horizon for everybody involved. We're going to get your take on it. And as part of that, clearly your bank has been a founding member of SWIFT's payment market practice group, and you've been participating in a number of working groups. So you have a unique point of view on where we are with ISO 2022, the implementation, the milestones, but really what's happening. So give us a sense. Where are we right now with getting things running with that?
Yeah, thanks, Hal. Yes, 2023 is a big year for ISO 2022. We actually going live with this in different phases. And the big starting date was March 20th of this year, where actually the Swift community went live on the FinPlus network with the ISO 2022 messages. And for short, we call these MX messages. But it was not just the Swift community who went live on ISO 2022, but also various domestic high-value payment systems. Notably, in Europe, we had Target 2 and the EBA 01 system doing big bang migrations to ISO 2022 on the same day. And it was not just in Europe; it was also here in the Americas. Actually, our partners north of the border in Canada, the Link system migrated to ISO 2022 as well on the same day, and there were other systems around the globe. The next big steps for us are really all the preparation we do in the US for actually migrating the clearinghouse CHIPS payment system by April of next year, and that is a lot of testing for us in the US community coming up in the second half of this year, and then obviously getting ready for the migration of next year. And then Fedwire will come in March 2025, so that's a little bit down the road. So it's an ongoing effort of the US banking community to be on top of this.
The final lap, the final mile, so it begins. Bags packed, the transformation of all value. We're closer than we've ever been, streamlining ISO 2002 banks, replacing Swift messages, immediate impact with FedNow. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. And they can't stop it, but they got to shake you out before they flip that XRP switch. Know what you hold? We got Ron Hammond on Ripple versus SEC court case. Congress, where you at? Tony Edward thinking crypto?
Lawsuit going on with Ripple and the SEC, of course. Potentially next week or by June 13, some documents are to be released around Bill Hinman and the SEC and the Ethereum discussions and all that. Let's say Ripple walks away with a victory. Do you think that's a catalyst for these members of Congress to act that, hey, a government agency failed here and it's pretty embarrassing? And we need, in addition to other things, we need to get all of this right.
Yeah, there's been a lot of folks we talk to in the industry who are clamoring for the Congress to move, and Congress does move very, very slowly. As we're seeing, though, with the courts, they move just as slowly, if not even slower sometimes, even if there is a decision to be made in the Ripple case anytime soon, or there even is a discovery from these Hinman emails. The thing to highlight, though, is that there's going to be an appeal process, and it's going to take quite some time. So whatever side comes out on top, I'm sure there's going to be a follow-up lawsuit as well. And that's going to slow down the entire process again. And we're still talking about just one token. We have plenty of thousands of other tokens out there. And that's why I think Congress is going to say, this decentralization test that's in the McHenry bill, let's make sure that's ironclad. Let's make sure that it makes sense. Let's make sure we have the right folks weighing on these decisions. But at the same time, let's make sure it's really crystal clear, because if we have to have a situation where we have court cases over every single token, it's going to take years. And by that time, the innovations would be already offshore more than it is already. And we already have the stats to prove it. They're all, a lot of them are going offshore at this point at a pretty alarming rate. And that's a problem, candidly, for America's position as a leader, tech and finance.
As the Ripple versus SEC June 13th deadline approaches, the commission deletes Hinman's bio. The SEC must hand over the unredacted emails of the Hinman's internal communications by next week. Get those bags packed, locked, and loaded. Get your cryptocurrencies offline into your own self-custody, cold storage, hardware wallet. Get yourself a biometric wallet. Links down below. Certified secure chip ELA 5+ with the built-in fingerprint sensor for secure and fast transactions. Create multiple accounts of the same coin token. Easy to recover using your 24-word seed phrase. Get the single pack up to $30 off. Double pack up to $99 off. Secure your future. Secure your bags. The transformation of value is upon us. Cowboying crypto, I've said it publicly before. The 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero, but there is that 1% where I think is focused on solving real world problems for real customers and able to do that at scale. And that's going to be game-changing XRP. All roads lead to the universal bridge.
You're one of the front runners, but the thing is, are there too many of you guys?
Actually, I agree with you. I think there are too many. There are around 3,000 different digital assets that trade on a daily basis now. I think, anytime there's a new market, there's a lot of people that run into that market and try to show that they can solve a problem, they can deliver a customer need. I have said publicly before that I think 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero, but there is that 1% where I think that is focused on solving a real problem for real customers and is able to do that at scale. And that's going to be game changing. And I think that's going to continue to grow significantly in the decades ahead.
With that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, according to Brad Garlandhouse, the case should be resolved soon, weeks, not months. In the meantime, the full body weekly candle close, breaking out a full body candle close on this next weekly candle for better confirmation. We're getting close to that apex moment where something has to give. XRP, unlocking the future, unlocking all value. Where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price finally breaks through? Catch you up here. At the tippy top, I am the XRP Bagman, Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor, the mothership, for the moon party. BYOB, be your own bank, bring your own bags. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
Every day, I don't play, I don't got no time for games, stuffing bags every day, scooping those, cause I know we gon' blow out the. My whole squad foolish, only speak the truest. Y'all know how we do it. Rocket ship shooting, moonshot hooping, ripple dropping, know you scooping. Giving back my cup, overflowing like a ghost to go unnoticed. It's a 3-year delta when we blow. It will melt you. 3, 2, 1. I hold the alpha held strong. You a doubter, now we gone.